Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because this kind of video is stuff that I talk about: luxury purchases, things that I want to get, reviews, what I think, what I like, what I don't like. So if that's stuff you like, please click that subscribe button. If you like this video as well, give it a thumbs up. That would really help me. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I am a lawyer by day. And I do this for fun. I genuinely just love filming. I love being in front of the camera and sharing this kind of stuff with you guys. Editing video as well, I think, is so much fun. So you know that when you subscribe to this channel, you are getting my honest thoughts. So set out here for today's video are all the things that I think were the best and the worst purchases of 2022. And I want to get this out. By the time you watch this, January is probably already over, but I still want to get this video out because I think it's important to look back on the year and reflect on what I buy and really kind of think about whether you made a good choice or not. There are not many worst purchases, and it was really hard for me to actually decide on which were the worst purchases, because for me, I like to make very informed decisions. I like to make choices. I like to think about them. I like to look at it. I like to kind of think, is this going to fit? Am I actually going to wear it? You know, is this practical? Do I like it? You know, I don't really make in the spur of the moment decisions without thinking. All of my decisions are very considered. So today I have 5 best purchases and I have only 2 worst purchases. So the first worst purchase of 2022 is none other than my Chanel Deauville tote. If you watched my recent video on the most used and least used bags, this won't come as a surprise to you. Don't get me wrong, let me just say this. This bag, the Chanel Deauville, is a fantastic, fabulous bag. I'll give you some details. It is the medium size, or actually I think they call this the large size. In the dark, it's pretty much black, but it does look navy in some lights. And it has like gray, you know, different tones. It was part of the 2021 cruise collection, I believe it was. I don't remember, but I think it was. Silver hardware and lambskin leather strap. So this bag is fantabulous. If you've watched that other video, the most and least used bags, you will know that I am a big bag kind of gal through and through. I love big open totes, you know, where I can just chuck things in because it's so good. It means I don't have to worry about like fiddling around with things and buckles and this and that, especially when you live a really busy life as well, like I do. You know, being a lawyer, I'm running from place to place, going to court, seeing clients, so this is perfect for me. It is so comfortable. I think this leather strap is probably one of the most comfortable straps I've ever worn. It's so practical because it's just a big tote bag, and the quality is fantastic as well. Even though it's fabric, I actually can't see any marks or anything on it, but then again, I haven't used it that much. But even on the times that I have traveling as well, you know, you dump it in the boot of your car, you dump it underneath the seat in front of you on a plane, I can't see marks or scrapes or anything. It is all of those things that you want in a bag. The only reason it's my worst purchase is because I didn't get to use it that often. I mentioned this also in my other video, that the reason is because for every purpose that this bag serves, in my collection, I already have something else. But that might not be the case for you. You might actually have a need for this bag. For me, if I'm traveling, I've got my Birkin 35, I've got a Versace, actually like a big weekender tote. You know, for work, I have my Birkin 30, I have my Fendi Peekaboo, I've got my Dior, I have other options. For everyday kind of casual use, if I'm running errands and stuff, I don't need a bag this big. I can get my Chanel boy bag, you know, like, for everything that I try to grab this bag, I change my mind and I'm like, well, actually, I'm going to reach for that other bag. Now, again, this doesn't speak to the quality of the bag or the incredibleness of it. I think it's fantastic. So for this year, one of my goals is to use this bag more, is to kind of not say, oh, I'm going traveling, I'm going to grab my Birkin 35. No, I'm going to say, oh, let's grab my Chanel Deauville, because it is actually a fantabulous bag. Number 2 worst purchase of 2022 is very similar to my Chanel Deauville. I just didn't get a chance to wear it. Bottega Veneta pants, the zip pants that I purchased for a wedding last year in Melbourne, that I flew down to Melbourne for. These are incredible. It's just basically this pair of thick fabric pants. I think it's like, it's cotton. Oh, sorry for all the hair. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there's so much dog hair on this. You know, that's what happens when you own a dog. But yeah, this is really, really thick. It's really good quality, really durable. And it's just incredible. It's just really, really nice. It looks so nice. It's high-waisted. It's really flattering. And it has a zipper that goes from the bottom here, and it zips all the way up. So you can literally have it all the way up here, and it would just be like 2 open slits. And I wore that for Fashion Week last year as well. It is definitely a look and a half. It is a really, really good look. Now, the reason that it was, that it is on my worst purchase of 2022 is because, very similar to the Deauville, I just didn't get a chance to use it. I thought that it was gonna be something that I could wear on an everyday basis, but it's not formal wear, like it's not like a suit pant, but I didn't really feel comfortable wearing it on an everyday basis. It's actually really thick and really, really heavy. So for this one, it was like, every time I wore it, it just kind of felt like it was dragging me down. And for a casual outfit, that's not really what you're looking for. And so I always gravitated towards other pants, and I didn't get to wear that often. But yeah, like for me, I'm not much of a person that buys things just for events. Like I'm not the kind of person that will like buy a whole outfit for one event and then never wear it again. I really like to, I'll do that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like if there's a special event, I will still purchase a brand new outfit, but I will always purchase that outfit with the intention of wearing it again. So for me, this was unfortunately one of those things where I only wore it once and I haven't worn it again. And that's why, to me, it's like one of the worst purchases of 2022. So having finished that, let's get on to the best purchases of 2022. Now I want to start off with something that is going to be a bit unexpected to you guys, because I think this purchase felt a little gimmicky to a lot of people, but I want to say that one of my top 5 best purchases 2022 is the Hermes power bank. I waited basically like a year to buy this because this was released like I think early 2021. No, sorry, midway 2021. But when it first came out, it was just completely sold out. There was only the small version, the little square. And that one only holds like 1 charge, I think. And so I was like, that's not enough, it's too small. I bought this, I think a few months ago, so I waited a long time. And I do not regret it. I think people will think like, oh, you know, like, because it's not cheap. This was like $950, so it's not a cheap power bank. You could definitely get a power bank that performs like this for a fraction of the price. But for me, and I think for a lot of you guys as well, when it comes to luxury and it comes to shopping, it's not about practicality. It's not about, can I get that thing for cheap? Because if you think about it, that's kind of, the answer is always going to be yes. You're always going to be able to say, I can get that handbag or I can get that pair of shoes for like a quarter of the price and it'll be the same. So I think if you're watching this video, you're already a luxury lover and you get where I'm coming from when I say luxury is about rewarding yourself and making you feel good. It's about enjoying the little things in life, but in a very big way. Hopefully I'm not the only one that thinks like that, but that's pretty much what I think when it comes to luxury. And so for me, like, this was really, really good because it just put everything that I love together. You know, the brand, I love the history, the practicality as well. So this has wireless charging on the back. It also has a cable. It holds 2.5 iPhone chargers. I have an iPhone 12 Max Pro and it can charge my iPhone 2.5 times. It charges really quick. It went from 20% to 80% in like 30 minutes. It was super, super quick. So it's really, really good. Highly recommend this if you're looking to splurge and spoil yourself. My next best purchase of 2022 is something that I bought just on the cusp of 2022. I bought this at the beginning, January of 2022. And this is the Louis Vuitton mesh hoodie. And I bought this as a spur of the moment. So I was shopping like a lot back then. So that was before I quit my job and started my own business. And I was doing very well for myself. And so I shopped a lot during that time. Obviously, since I started my business, I have dialed things down because my money goes back into my business, it reinvests, and I am trying to grow. So yes, anyways, I got shown the runway catalog for the, I think it was the spring summer 2022 collection, and I saw this and I was like, I must have that. It is so beautiful. And then yeah, it was just gorgeous. And so one of the reasons why it's one of my best purchases of 2022 is because it's practical. It's mesh, right? So it's this like beautiful mesh pattern or mesh fabric, and it has obviously the LV rainbow monogram on it, as you can see. Yeah, so it's practical in the sense that it keeps me warm. So if I'm wearing like, say, a t-shirt underneath, I can chuck this on and it does actually make me even warmer. So I can wear this in the dead middle of an Australian winter. Keeping in mind that an Australian winter is not that cold, or at least on the East Coast. So like in Sydney, in metropolitan Sydney, it's like 5 degrees Celsius. So it's never really that cold. And then in the summer as well, when it's like 35 degrees, I can still wear this because that's actually what I did on my way to the hotel this weekend. It was 35 degrees, I wore nothing underneath, and I just wore my mesh jacket, and it was quite cooling. Like the air would flow through. I did not feel stuffy. I did not feel like, you know, any of that stuff. It's really practical. Wear it winter, every season, wear it all the time. So good. And it's just beautiful. It is just so freaking gorgeous. And I think I've talked about this on like 6 or 7 of my videos. So those of you that have been following me for a while, you'll not be surprised that this is one of my best purchases of 2022. Okay. So the next item on my list, the next 3 items are actually all shoes. I'm gonna grab this one first because it's already out of its dust bag. So the first pair of shoes that is on my list of best purchases for 2022 is my Hermes sneakers, my Kelly Lock sneakers, and I think they're actually called daytime sneakers or something like that. I don't remember the exact name, but I did do an unboxing. Did I do an unboxing on this? I don't remember if I did an unboxing on this, but either way, I definitely love these so much. So these have the Kelly lock on them, and it is functional. You can turn it, and they're just amazing. So I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows about breaking in shoes, right? Like when you buy new shoes, you've got to break them in. They're really uncomfortable for like maybe a day or 2, and then afterwards they start to mold to your feet, and you break them in, they're comfortable. These I did not have to break in at all, and they are so comfortable. The inside feels like lambskin. Like, that is just how comfortable it is. It's just absolutely incredible. 100% hands down one of the best purchases of 2022. I've worn these to work, I've worn these out. They're so good, and they're white, so they go with everything. There is a gold version as well, but that's a women's shoe. The gold is a women's shoe, so look in the women's collection for that one. But yeah, don't let this limit you guys, because this is just an amazing pair of sneakers. Super comfortable, super versatile. Okay, and the next pair of shoes I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna stick with Hermes, and these are also recent purchases as well. This is a recent purchase, and it is my ta-da! My Hermes Kelly So Black. I think the name is Neo Ankle Boots, but the actual type of shoes are Chelsea boot. I will link the unboxing below, but these are so good. Now the reason they have made my, look at the sole, ruined. But the reason these made my top best purchase of 2022 is because it is so versatile, so comfortable. I wear these with jeans and a t-shirt. I wear this with shorts. If you think about like the Chloe Susanna boots, right, which were all the rage like back in 2015. You know, they're so casual. You can wear those with shorts and, you know, like a tank top or something and skirt or something, and you just look really cute. So that is exactly what you can do with this as well. You can wear like a really nice skirt, you can wear a top and shorts, which is what I do. I wear t-shirt and shorts with this. I also dress it up, you know. Obviously these are or can be work boots, like suit boots, you know. So versatile. I've worn this maybe at least 2 times a week most of the time I wear it 3 days a week, once on the weekend and then once during the week, or sorry, twice during the week for work, because they just go with everything and they're black. They just go with everything. So highly recommend these boots. And my final item, best purchase of 2022, or one of my best purchases for 2022, is none other than my Louis Vuitton Star Trail ankle boots. Yes, you might see these and you're like, what the hell? How can they be best purchase of 2022? Well, let me explain. So these shoes have to be probably the most comfortable heel that I have ever worn. I love them. I go dancing in them, you know, a night out. I can go from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and these shoes are just so comfortable. I will admit, towards the end though, like after about 9 hours, like 3 a.m., that my feet will start to hurt. So I do have to wear band-aids if I'm expecting to be out for like literally all night. But other than that, these shoes are so comfortable and so stylish as well. Like I can wear these with shorts, I can wear these with pants, I can wear these with a t-shirt, I can wear this with a suit as well. You know, like I could go to a dinner and wear a pantsuit and rock these. You know, I could go to a wedding, wear a suit and rock these, you know? So these are so versatile. They are amazing. Really guys, an investment as well, like a good investment, because these are going up in price. When I first saw these maybe in 2016, my friend Michelle really wanted them. I didn't like them at the time, but Michelle wanted them. And she didn't pull the trigger. And I think back then it was like 1,780 or 1,680 or something like that. 2 years later, we went back and it was $2,050 or something. So it went up $200. And then Michelle was like, no, I don't want them anymore. And then, but that time I was like, oh, actually these are starting to grow on me. So 2 years later, you're like, I actually started really liking these shoes. And then a year later, 2 years later, 2020 to 2022, 2 years later, it went up again to like 2,180. So another $200. And I was like, that's insane. And at that time I was like, I'm just gonna pull the trigger, I'm just gonna buy it. Now, if you check, it's like $2,300 or $2,280. So these are constantly going up in price. It's part of Louis Vuitton's permanent collection. So they are gonna stay there, but they're always gonna be going up in price because they are classics. Versatile, wear it all the time, incredible, comfortable, one of my best purchases of 2022. And that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up because it does help with the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button, and if you have questions about my items, or if you've seen something in my collection and you thought, oh, I would have thought that that would have been a best purchase or that would have been a worst purchase, let me know in the comments below. I love engaging with you guys. I love chatting. And that's why I do this. So please sound off in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.